I want us to get back to joy, happiness, get out of languishing and into flourishing. And simple thought for you on that is obviously it's driven by our mitochondria, but let's say you've done all of the things I've spoken about, your mitochondria are firing on all cylinders, it's amazing. I really do feel like coming out of the pandemic, we can feel this energy in the room today because we're all together, that it's time to recreate our dream team. We have to pull our people together. We've lived so much like this. And data shows that some really cool stuff, that there's a whole bunch of factors that were analyzed to determine what is your chance of mortality, dying of all different causes. And the greatest predictors of decreased mortality is our social connections. If you have good social connections, you will live longer, which is incredible. Even higher predictors than quitting smoking. It's that powerful. Even more than quitting drinking. Even more than doing cardiac rehab after a heart attack. Even more than being physically active. I hate that data because I'm an exercise physiologist. I think everything revolves around exercise. Apparently not. I could have skipped the workout and gone for a beer with my buddies, apparently. But anyway, so getting back to our dream team is a really powerful thing that I would love for you to consider, figuring out who are the 5 people you need to spend more time with personally, 5 people professionally. Let's get back together, make the phone calls, go for the walks, have the dinners, do the workouts together. We've just got to come back together again. It's been really, really hard on all of us, and the data backs that up. I also want you to think about your places, right? Like when I get Ingrid outside into nature, you can see the effect that that has. For me, being outdoors in nature is massive. When we're in nature, we're exposed to fractal patterns in the visual field, and the leaves that we look at and the branches. These fractal patterns are in rivers, but they're also present in our lung tissue. They're present in our heart. They're present in our brain. There's no separation between humans and nature. Mathematically, we are identical. So when we immerse ourselves in nature, that enables us to heal, repair, regenerate, recover, which helps us to do world-class performance, but then that deep recovery and regeneration as well. By the way, it also improves your immune system, fights off colds and flus, and cancer, and COVID-19, and all sorts of other things. And the research shows you only need to be exposed to nature once a week in order to get those benefits. So even if it's just on the weekend, you get all of those benefits. So I love being out on the paddleboard. And as Canadians, we have to remember that there's no such thing as bad weather, there's just bad clothing. So that's my daughter demonstrating that practice and all together. And then I also want you to think about your ikigai. Like, what's your meaning? What's your purpose? Where do we want to direct our attention and our energy? For me, it's exploring the world and doing really hard things. That's my 50th birthday. I went and climbed a 300-foot cliff in BC, and that's what I like to do. I understand that this may not be your preferred style of party, but I love doing that. I also love this. I absolutely love conveying science to people in a way that hopefully makes their lives better. And in addition to this, obviously, personally, it's about creating magic moments for my kids, right? Taking my children to go swim with sea turtles. Actually, a shark went by right after this too, but I missed that shot. That may not be your preferred style of parenting, but for me, that's like what I love.